Stadium in New Jersey. This is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Ty Long set to kick off.
Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Jones now on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
It's caught. Shepard. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Now Gallman. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Come on now.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
On the draw, this is Gallman. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Melvin Ingram able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
But no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Thirteenth play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jones under pressure again, and down he goes again. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Fair catch.
It's just a 32-yard. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
20 yards.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Herbert over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he's got room. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 25-yard line. 31 yards there and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about where one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A gain of 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
We're scoreless after one. So first and goal from the 9-yard line. Out of the gun, Ekeler running it. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them, put the pressure.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown, Ellen.
An 8-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Ty Long.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Now Dion Lewis to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Operating from the gun, Jones. High throw, but he makes the catch. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
14 more yards.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and 10 at the...
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Jones. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down.
Casey Hayward on the...
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Gallman will run it. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication.
Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play. But he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I would call it a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Steps away, forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now that definitely hurts because the mind...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
A 20-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Austin Ekeler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He's brought down by
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Austin Ekeler, the ball carrier.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat.
After review of the play, the running on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a hop. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
If you were me,
all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
To number 15.
A big play there. 69 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
3. Ty Long set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And here's Lewis. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
Jones pass
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Operating from the gun, Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Throwing, Jones. And Tate's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll be marked as a 27. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Chargers. They'll take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
His guys have the lead. Our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back. Back for quarter number 3.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Austin Eckler, the
So
ball
from the
carrier.
36 now, 1st and 10.
By Blake Martinez.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, Can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 45 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And it's 21-3. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Ty Long set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchdown. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On the ground, it's Gallman again, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
Jones
losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. On 1st down, it's Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown.
complete to Mike Williams.
Mike Williams there to make the grab. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Ty Long set to
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And here's Lewis. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Hurry on the coverage.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here's Jones on 3rd down, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Defense.
That's not good enough, man.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Jones throwing on 1st down to Shepard, complete over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
For Sterling Shepard, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jones. He's going to take off with it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Golden Tate there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now Jones operating from the gun. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take. Over 1st and 10. 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and Herbert.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
That's his 48-yard line. A gain of 2 yards on the play.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it is incomplete.
Herbert.
The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Jones now. Off play action. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Giants. 44 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Jones able to connect with Sterling Shepard. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's get back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
From the gun, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. In a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Golden Tate.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
This will be caught at about the 6.
Jones pass.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And that is incomplete.
Jones pass.
They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Complete to
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Henry's got it out on the left side.
Herbert's pass. Complete to Hubbard.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Down by Blake Martinez. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Once more, here's Eckler. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big third down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Eckler, the Charger.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
7-yard line.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. Room here to run. And he's got this down to the 35.
Again, the ball
17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
They run with it. It's Kelly. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
On the carry for
the Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And 8 at the 32-yard line.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaac Yiadom picks it. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And all the way down to the 39. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
On the coverage.
On the move to his left. He's going to let it fly. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Incomplete. Chris Harris on the coverage.
Back to throw. Jones. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Chargers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA. They were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think